Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the movie Hangout, and let's talk about Marvel producer Victoria Alonso going nuclear on Disney. She was fired less than a week ago, and man, already things are amping up. I'm going to be talking about what is going on between Victoria. It was not, despite what you may think, this was not. It was not a friendly parting of ways, and this is pretty evident right here. And I don't know. It's a mess. I'm going to be going into this crazy mess that's happening as we speak. Before I jump into it, be going over, hit subscribe, click the notification bell, comment, and like this video. I want to hear your opinion on the nuclear bomb that Victoria Alonso is dropping on Disney right now and what the potential fallout may be. Kevin Feige super annoyed as Victoria Alonso seeks big payout from Disney and Marvel. As if she wasn't already getting a big payout anyway. She's trying to loot the ship before the whole thing goes down, I guess. I can't blame her, but crazy, right? Well, you hire crazy people. Crazy people gonna be crazy. What can I say? It's claimed Alan Bergman and Kevin Feige both became super annoyed over her side projects and ignoring Marvel. Didn't they know she had side projects? You know, it's like contractually she's not allowed to, so they could have fired her a long time ago, but whatever. It said Kevin has been super annoyed with Victoria when she is seeking a big payout from Disney and Marvel, being fired, now said to be due to breach of contract. A week ago saw the surprising news that Victoria Alonso had been let go from her position as executive producer and president of physical and post-production, VFX, and animation production at Marvel Studios after being with the company for 17 years. So she's with the company for a long time. And in the beginning of her tenure, there was some pretty decent stuff made. I mean, gosh, there was like the first Iron Man. Second one was kind of like whatever. Third one, I don't know, I didn't like it all. First Captain America I thought was good. You know, there were some good, like phase one was pretty good for the most part. But the more power she accumulated, the worse things got. She wasn't just a person who only was in charge of VFX. She did have a lot of pull in other departments as well. Subsequent reports have explained that Disney decided to end Victoria Alonso's contract effectively immediately and fire her over involvement in promotion of Argentina 1985, where Alonso actually chose to walk the press line at the Oscars for Argentina 1985 instead of walking the press line for multiple nominated Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And she was dismissed 8 days later. So I guess she didn't want to really promote Wakanda Forever. That's kind of weird, but she wanted to promote the Argentina movie. Now she is, I believe, originally from Argentina. But that's just weird. It's like Wakanda Forever was a pretty big film, you know, for the studio. They had a lead actress nominated for an Academy Award. You would think that she would want to be promoting it, but weird reasons. Then exactly as I said what happened, Alonso, through her lawyers, has threatened a lawsuit against Disney and Marvel where she's basically being labeled as the hero of the alphabet community, where her firing is explained by Alonso standing up for Disney for her politics and rights. This is like the go-to picture of her that everybody's posting. Victoria also is really after money. When it's all said and done, when you get past all the virtue signaling, all the grandstanding, it's really just all about the money. You know what I mean? It really is. It's sad, but that's just life. It's all about it. Now, according to Puck News, what a weird name for a news agency, which is an entertainment news site made up of former editors and writers that wrote for the Hollywood trades, what Victoria Alonso is actually seeking is a big payout from Disney. It said Disney fired Victoria without pay. So what Alonso is really after is money. Beyond Glazer dropping a headline generation bomb on Friday, that she was silenced for speaking out against her company's handling of Florida's basically parental rights bill. This is a simple money fight. What is interesting, as the article points out, is that Disney could have simply ended the battle by paying Alonso out But as Disney chose not to do that and instead terminated her without pay, that means Disney gave her the invitation to take the fight public. Now, Disney is notorious for not paying people. Why? It's kind of one of those things where it's like, if somebody has absolute power, most of the time people make the wrong decision. I guess Disney kind of figures that people are forced to kind of take this type of treatment, or there's nowhere else to really go. Because if you burn a bridge with Disney, not only do you not get to be in any Disney projects, you don't get to be in any Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, and whatever else they're going to be, the Muppets, whatever else they're going to be purchasing as well. So it's pretty common that they will pay people late. They'll make you do work that you did not originally agree to in order to get paid, or they just won't pay you at all. So why people still do business with Disney at this point, I mean, it's begrudgingly, to say the least. That must mean that Disney is pretty confident that Victoria Alonso would look bad in a public battle if all the information came out. The article also says Alonso never had much power at Disney, and that the problems she had include her belittling behavior towards vendors, her relentless self-promotion, or the fact that the visual effects in Marvel productions, her actual job, have been specifically and repeatedly called out as lacking by fans. So basically, she would, virtue signal, she would grandstand, and then she wouldn't do her job. And that's a pretty bad trifecta right there. You do not want to be doing that. If you're going to be virtue signaling and grandstanding, you better be like the best at your job. Otherwise, you want to just blend in with everybody else. Alan Bergman and Kevin Feige, super annoyed by Victoria Alonso. And then it goes on to say that, so adding everything up, it seems that Victoria Alonso didn't get permission from Disney to work on her own projects. And when Disney found out, Disney did end up giving her permission, albeit it with a reworked contract where she wasn't supposed to promote the release of the film. But Alonso chose to go against and ignore her contract multiple times and promoted the movie, all while there have been problems with Marvel's VFX. So Disney canned her, kicked her out. On Alonso's side, she is spinning things that her stance against Florida is the reason for her getting fired. I highly doubt that, because her political stance is exactly the same political stance of Bob Iger. I mean, Bob Iger, there's no difference between the two. He just kind of is a little more subtle about his tactics, that's all. Alonso's firing also comes after the release of Ant-Man and the Wasp, which bombed hard. I mean, it bombed epically bad. But anyway, that is basically what this whole thing is about. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's not about promoting an ideology, really. It's just all about the money. That's why she's suing Disney. Now, whether or not she's going to win, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Victoria has got a case? Do you think that she has a chance of getting a really big balloon payment from Disney? Or do you think Victoria should just pack up her toys, go home, be done with it, just cut all ties with Disney? And do you think that Disney, now that they got rid of Victoria Alonso, there could possibly be a bright future for the company? Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you want to get future rants, reviews, or original content, click subscribe. Later.